Hello Leo, and thank you so much for joining me for the February of 2022 Taroscope Psychic Tarot reading. This is Vickie Verlie, the Rock and Roll Prophetess at vickieverlie.com on the web and Rock and Roll Prophetess on YouTube. Don't be fooled by imposters. This is for Leo Sun sign, Leo Rising sign, Leo Moon sign. And this month is special for you, Leo, because you're going to have your full moon, and we're going to talk more about that in a minute. First of all, the decks we're going to be using, the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, my design, we use all the time for the main portion. Then we're going to pull an Animal Totem card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. You can find out information below. If you're a level 2 Patreon supporter, there's going to be 4 additional cards pulled in extended reading. And this month, the deck that we're using is the Medicine Woman Tarot deck by Carol Bridges. Okay, let's get started with our shuffle. And I'm going to talk about that full moon because it's on the 16th. You get, every sign gets one new moon and one full moon. Typically, there's rare exceptions, but for the most part, you get one new moon, one full moon every year. So this is your one and only full moon. It always happens during the time of Aquarius, your opposite sign, and then of course your new moon would, always fall around the time when the sun is in Leo. So a full moon, this is things coming to culmination. This, what I'm getting from the guides is that this is there's some things that you're going to be really shown. You're going to be seeing some things clearly. Things are going to be uncovered. I might even put that, uncovering truth. That's what's coming through here. Uncovering truth. I might write that down really quick for your headline, because I'll forget if I don't write it down. Yeah, uncovering truth. What I'm seeing is they're shining an actual spotlight. The way it's being shown to me is like I'm looking down a dark alley, and I'm using my black background this month. We're back in black, baby. Yeah, but I'm like down some back alleyway, and it's all dark and scary, and there's like garbage cans and stuff, and then it's like, and I can even hear it clicking on. You know how when they hit that spotlight, it makes that noise? I can even hear it clicking on, and then there's something there. But it's really hiding, really in some, almost like I want to say like a deep, dark place for you guys, Leo. Wow. Pretty trippy imagery I'm getting. Okay, let's cut the cards and see what we get on that front. Let's see here. Okay, this is for Leo, for 2-2, and these 2-2 things, too. This is major. These 2-2, this is in alignment with the higher dimensions. We're in the 3D, so people say, well, 2D is lower. Well, it's not about that. It's these alignments. My guides always explain it to me, like when you see 1111, it really goes off into an infinity, and it's like a gateway or a rope or a ladder even to connect with really higher realms. Okay, death for the first card out. Doesn't mean somebody's dying necessarily, just means a big change. Okay, you got some nice cards here. You got Sun, 3 Cups. We're going to talk about the whole thing. So this is the first part, the initial reading here. Okay, so what we've got is the death card is the first card out. Okay, so that does mean some kind of big change. And interesting that it is followed by spirit. We can take this a few different ways. It can be like, well, it was meant to be, which, death is a major arcana card. It is meant to be. So is the star, so is the sun. You have 3 major arcana, meaning higher forces are at work, and your destiny is, it's not just about you. Your personality, ego, it's what's going on in the world or the universe at large, even, you could say. But so star is here. So, it could be, well, it was meant to be, it was that time, for something to change. Star is guiding you. But it also could be for those of you out there who have experienced death in recent history. This would talk about them just really being with you. I'm getting that really strong for people. And I'm feeling a lot of tears are coming, like it's a release or confirmation. So there's little signs and symbols that you've been getting. Yes, that's a yes. They're there. They're around you, and they're your guardian angel now, you could say, or your spirit guide, or whatever whatever you want to believe. But there's definitely something like that going on, and we all do have our guardian angels and spirit guides, and so it's also, it's not necessarily just one person who died. There's your guides, and you're being led to some really happy, cool stuff here. You're being led to happiness, friendship. There's going to be reasons to celebrate. The Sun card is here. The Sun is your ruler in astrology. Leo is ruled by the Sun. And it's funny that I happened to mention about how your new moon is all the way around your birthday, so of course that was going to be like late July and August. For I get the feeling like this is kind of confirming that, like something, usually it's the opposite. Usually it's when you start your full moon. Well, it could be your last birthday. Something you started in your birthday around 2021. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That feels really right. So this is the culmination of 6 months ago. We got our 6 here. Yeah, so it's like the culmination of something from back around the time of your birthday last year. There's going to be this big illumination. You guys could really get some downloads. And it frees you up. That's what I get about it. It's kind of like you've been on hold, or you're not sure, you don't want to move forward here, these cards. This is like, okay, it's go time. You know, it's go time. And this big light that's being shined down this alleyway that they showed me initially, you know, this is like, okay, I can cut that loose now. I see what that's all about. I'm cutting that loose because you are making the decision. They're saying, you know, you're making the decision. You are the master of your destiny. The 3 of Rods is in the mix here too, so there's some kind of opportunity that's showing up. By letting go of this old thing, new things are going to come in, as shown in the Ace, and then the 3 of Rods, you're seeing things on the horizon, okay? All right, let's continue on. So, you being the fire sign, your significator could be either the Knight of Fire or Knight of Rods, Queen of Rods, or, just give me 1 second, I need a drink of water, King of Rods. So whichever one shows up first, we're going to count that as you, and we're going to look for the cards surrounding it. There you are, King of Rods. Oops. Excuse me again, 1 second. And I do want to keep everything in the upright position, because I'm going to, you know, we're going to look at the cards above and below. I'm getting a little discombobbled here, okay. All right. Yes, well, you're showing up kind of twice, but, you know, it's not, there's no gender specific here, so it's not anything, if you want to look at it that way, that if you're female and this is you, but it's just, this would be the actual card that we're going to look at the surrounding things for. You know, you have gone through some kind of heartache. It's showing up in the Tower and the 3 of Swords in reverse here. There is some kind of break with the past. You have been in a healing period. It's showing in a couple different places. But you're ready to go out. And you do have love and support right next to you. And both cards have this connection right next to them. This in the Lovers, this in the High Priestess. But in both cases, you're kind of looking the other way. This one's looking away from the Lovers. This one's looking away from the High Priestess. So don't look away from the connections at this time. Look toward the connections. Look toward and joining and enjoying, you know, people. It's a wish come true for you in some way. You've got the wish card here. I need 1 more drink of water. I'm having a little tickle in my throat here. I'm having a little issue. Sorry. You do have that wish card there. So that wish card is major. Yes, you're going to get what you want. You have the 9 of Cups and you have the 7 of Cups both. 9 of Cups is, yes, your immediate thing that you're wanting right this minute. Yeah, or this idea that you have in your head. Yes. But this tells the bigger scope of things. This talks about the bigger picture. It's all part of the bigger picture, which is also leading to the World here, which is a very nice card as well. A lot of good things are opening up, but you can't go, you don't have to go it alone, and maybe you can't go it alone, but you definitely don't have to. So in both cases, we want to turn towards each other. We want to turn towards family and friends. We want to turn, and that's usually a given with Leo. I mean, Leos are so magnanimous and always want friends around and everything. So it's real unusual that you're showing up in this way. This could also be a couple who are just have different directions to go in life. You know, it could be like that. That could be the death. It could be, it may not even be you, it could be somebody else, but it looks like, you know, they're going this way and they're going this way. And so it's maybe not turning away from people in general, it's just turning away from this person. I'm going this way. We're going our separate ways, you know. Okay, I'm going to do the animal totem. I just want to do a quick shout out about my book is out, my Sigil book, really fun. It has, there's a video and it has all kinds of instructions, and then it gives you templates, and then you have a few pages to do the work on. I mean, and it's really fun, and anybody can do it. You don't have to be an artist. It's a workbook. But this way you have everything in one spot instead of having, you know, the printouts and all this different, it's all here in one spot, so nice to work on. And I will be opening up for the Aries ingress readings. People have been asking about that. It's one of the seasonal readings that I do offer every year. That'll be opening up as well. Okay, announcements are done. Let's get to that final animal totem card for Leo. Got the snail, so that talks about things moving slowly always, the snail. The other big thing that I always get out of the snail is that how they carry their house on their home. So somebody could be moving house, somebody could be, maybe you're going to, you know, do one of the tiny house or RV and be traveling around or something and literally carrying your house, you know, going with your houses on the road with you. But, you know, snail means things are going at a snail's pace. But it's also feeling really strong that these things are falling into place as they should be. Okay? All right, Leo, thank you so much for being tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget about the Aries ingress reading. And there will be a smaller version of this deck coming out. I'm working on that. I couldn't get it done by the video, but for those of you that have asked about it, you know, I'll probably post it on Facebook when it's out. It'll be out in February, though. Have a great February. Have a great full moon, and we'll talk to you again soon. Patreon's up next.